Hi Aries, welcome to the message you need to hear. This is a counterpart to the two what they aren't telling yous for the month, or prior, I should say, or actually whenever they resonate, right? Everything you need to know about this reading is in the description box below. All right, Aries. Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Getting some water, pardon me. So this could be your mind is on a secure, happy, stable, connected, committed relationship. Or it could be that, yeah, everything's, in place and stable and we've got longevity, but it feels really practical. It doesn't feel happy and emotionally, even romantic. Could be that. Just saying. Page of Wands. Six of Cups. Oh boy. Queen of Swords. King of Cups. Six of Pentacles. Justice. Okay. Four of Wands. Knight of Swords. Ten of Cups. Queen of Wands and the Empress. Oops. The Tower. Okay. All right, so as far as the issue goes, we'll get to that in a minute here. Okay. Well, I want to do that one later. Okay, I want to do justice towards the end. Okay, all right. So anyway, maybe there was some sort of communication or interest in somebody from the past, and perhaps we're dealing with a Libra here. Is somebody at the crossroads about who they should choose or pick? Has someone from the past shown back up and expressed interest, and now we've got someone wanting to make some decisions, and you've got your mate or your partner. This could be a water or air sign wanting you to do the right thing. And that's why the home is in question, is that we've got some kind of we've got some kind of interference from the past. There's been a renewed interest, messages, communication, flirting, texting, sexting with somebody from the past, and this is about somebody making a decision to do the right thing. We could have a Pisces or a Libra here, or any of the other water signs, Cancer or Scorpio, or air signs, Gemini or Aquarius. But this seems to be a question of someone wanting someone else to make a decision and do the right thing, honor the marriage, honor the contract that we have, instead of kind of getting distracted by this issue or person from your past. What's this? What's his Gemini about? What's his justice about? That could be Libra. We got Libra right here too, this Queen of Swords. What's this justice about? Wow. So this is about controlling urges. This is about reestablishing balance and control and shutting something down, shutting communication down. Do the right thing and shut that communication down. I think they're angry, and they would really like you to know that they want you to pick the marriage, or that, please honor the marriage, value the marriage. I think they're angry, and they want a happy, connected, committed partner. They want to continue that, if that's already in place. If it's not, that's what they want with you. But I think they're at this point, this could also be them wanting to just kind of shut down and keep conversation to a minimum while you make a decision. All right, now this is general, so I could be mixing you versus the other person, but you'll get the gist here. I mean, everybody's situation's nuanced and individual, but the overall themes are the same here for this reading. Okay, so somebody I think they want to tell you to pick the marriage, and they're about to do it, it's making them crazy. I think they're just ready to give everything up, and they want, the part of them's mad, part of them's sad. It's like they go back and forth, and their emotions are all over the place. What's this Queen of Wands about for Aries? Well, it's funny because this is you, Aries. Queen of Wands is you. Oh, good gracious. Okay, so we've got... This could be they decide to cut you off. Or they decide to have that heart-to-heart, honest, clear, decisive conversation with you that could lead to a cutoff. This is about having a heart-to-heart, non-emotional, very, I don't want to say cold, but very non-emotional, very analytical, very logical, there we go, conversation with you. And very well could lead to cutting you off. After the conversation, it could lead to making future decisions. All right. Good Lord. What's this Empress about? What's this Empress about? Okay, so we got the Empress clarifying the Empress. All right. This would suggest that this is about somebody... This would suggest that it's about you opening up to the other person and being more receptive and emotionally available and nurturing and loving and kind. I don't know what your personal situation is. There's no judgment or shade, like you're this cold-hearted jerk, right? I don't know, but this would say that you need to shake things up and do the unexpected, and that they need to hear how you really feel. There's a sense of you shutting down and not saying anything because maybe you think it's the right thing to do out of self-preservation. It could be that this is their advice also, that if they're having the affair, they need to shut it down and return to the marriage. However, it feels like you haven't expressed that, and I certainly can understand why, because you're like, you go out and cheat on me, and then you want me to turn around and profess all this love and what I want with you. Like, that's not going to, you know what I mean? I could see how that would be really difficult for somebody, Aries. Like, I don't know. But this is saying that, you know what? One thing I should say it's saying is to open up and to be emotionally available and attentive and nurturing with this partner. The other side of that, however, could also be it's saying... You need to take care of yourself. This is doubling down on self-care here. You need to remove yourself and go take care of yourself and do what's right for you. All right. One more. Hold on. Oh, crap. All right. This is saying that... you need to probably just... This has been emotionally dying for you for a while, and this is talking about a surprise ending. And we've got an ending here, and you being transformed. So this is part of you pulling back to go give yourself some self-care. The fact that this is clarified by, it's clarifying itself, is simply put, you need to be very nurturing to yourself. You need to be very focused on your self-care right now. This, as much as you might want them to refocus their attention, or as much as they might want you to refocus your attention on the relationship, or they, you, they, I feel like because of this situation, there's no going back. There might be a new beginning later on down the road, but because of this, there's no going back. Perhaps it's you, Aries, that has cheated or strayed here, and they're wanting you to do the right thing, but they just don't know how to tell you that, and they feel like maybe at this point it is all for naught. But this would suggest that this is saying that maybe that's why they cheated because they felt cut off. It's very interesting how this is going back and forth. Why? Was there cheating on both sides? What's this Knight of Swords about? Are they not happy? Is that why they did it? But they just don't feel like they can tell you that they're not happy with the marriage? Is that what it was? They just felt like they couldn't tell you? And they're just wanting things, they just wanted some kind of excitement or to do something different. I mean, that's, wow. What's this Four of Wands about? Trying to figure out how to make the marriage work. So apparently they didn't tell you that. They just went out and cheated. Is that what it is? They would like to tell you that they're trying to figure out how the marriage works, or to make the marriage work, or that they didn't feel like the marriage was working. And they certainly weren't going to tell you that, hey, somebody from the past has come up. We've got that up here too, the Six of Cups. And I actually did something really unexpected, and I am now in a full-blown affair with this person, or my interest is now piqued and my attention is elsewhere now with this person from the past. And yet I didn't feel like I could tell you because, hi, we're married, but I haven't felt connected to this marriage for a while. It's not working. What's this Ten of Cups about? It's not working. We fight a lot. And I plan to cut you off, Aries. And I need to hear that you have accepted this ending and that you're okay with the ending, because for me, it's over, Aries. That's this whole thing right here. And so this is about you doing the right thing and going into self-preservation mode and cutting off. And I mean, it could have been about them too, doing the right thing, choose the marriage, cut this relationship off, like go into self-protective mode, protect me, protect the marriage, cut this communication with this past off. But as far as a message for you, you need to concentrate on self-care right now and restoring. You're probably gutted and emotionally, like, I can't imagine, because this is all very sudden. We've got the Tower and we've got the Knight of Swords here. And the fact that someone's felt this way for a while, ouch, you know? So, just saying. They're planning to either tell you and then figure out what to do in practical terms of ending this marriage, or they just plan to go no contact. Okay, and be careful, because we have that here. They might think that that's the appropriate thing to do, is just completely cut off. But wait a second, we still have to deal with each other. We got to sort this stuff out, because we've got assets and, we've been married, so we've got to deal with that, right? But you need to get in a place, be around people, go, if you can, if at all possible, please do things that are nice and caring and loving for yourself, because this looks like it waylaid you and took the rug out from under you, and it was unexpected. So, they need to hear that you've accepted this, that you're, I hate to say okay with it, but it's almost like they want you to acknowledge that the relationship hasn't been working for a while either. But then how could you if this is out of the blue? But then maybe what they say is not working is different from, you're like, okay, yeah, it wasn't like the most romantic or, hot and passionate, really, but by all accounts, there was a marriage and we were committed. But they're like, well, it just wasn't, working. And you're like, well, define working. Like, apparently we have two different meanings here, because I would not have done this. I mean, maybe there's affairs on both sides. A lot of maybes, because this is general. But seriously, like, this is a pretty big shock. However, has it been dying for a while? Seriously, like, maybe that's what they're like wanting you to admit. That's random, but this is an internal death. This is emotional. This is a process. This is transformation here. So is it that they're just like, look, as well as I do that this has been dying for a while. Why don't we just cut our losses and figure out what to do? Is that it? All right, Aries. I'm sorry, Aries. This is horrible. I'm sorry. Aries. Growth. Oh, piss off. Grow. Okay. All right. Maybe for some of you, you're like, yeah, I'm already, but fine. It could be that without this person, you are going to enter into an incredibly abundant creative cycle, that you are finally going to be able to thrive and grow and move past all these things that you thought were holding you back, when in reality it might have just been this sort of toxic relationship, or this non-life-giving relationship, that you're in for an emotional growth spurt. Awesome. Just be prepared that, do you know how much pain a little budding sprout goes through before it breaks the earth? You know what I mean? It's like how much, I know I'm being dramatic, but it's like, yay, abundance and expansion, but sometimes that's hard won. So just please make sure that you're attending to your self-care, and you're around people that are kind and supportive, and in places as much as possible that you can be given to emotionally and treated with kindness. Because with growth, it's always, there's that, it's hard won. It's never given. It's always earned, right? All right. Aries. Listening to your body. I don't think it means listening to the other person. It could be. That's always, a good thing to do, to listen to somebody. However, I think this is more about listening to the signs, especially if we've got the Tower as well as Death here. I think this is nuanced in the sense that it might be an actual shock that the separation is happening, that this news is happening. But if the relationship has been not, if it's just not been there for a while, it's been a slow death that's been happening. It's just that by all intents and purposes, you thought, well, we're married. You know what I mean? But this has been happening for a while. It's like been declining for a while. There's been a disconnect for a while, even though the actual separation is a shock. So this would say that start listening to yourself, not in retrospect, like, see, you should have listened to yourself, not like that. But now that you have the space and the time and the freedom, apparently, to start attend to that self-care, part of that is listening to yourself and listening to the messages bubble up from the soul. Not the shoulda, coulda, wouldas. Those are useless at this point. But what does this mean? Like when something happens and you go to physically react, like, wait, what does that mean? Give it like a container. Like, don't do anything. Just go, okay, what am I feeling? Like, just acknowledge and listen. Do you know what I mean? So many times we're so conditioned to react to how we feel. And it's like, it's second nature a lot of times, instead of just go, oh, I noticed that I'm feeling angry. Nobody does that. But it's not really advisable to put your fist through a wall either when you get angry. So there's got to be like a middle ground of going, okay, I need to take a beat. I need to go for a walk. I'm kind of mad right now, Okay. Aries. Didn't I just do that damn deck? Oh, look at me cursing. Dial it back. I'm getting mad. Aries. I could see why this comes as such a shock if, like, they're in the business of just not communicating to you. You know what I mean? Like, they really wanted what they could tell you if they could. Well, why didn't they feel like they could? But basically, this is, something unexpected happened, and now they're in love with somebody from the past, and they just, it's done. And it takes balance. This relationship probably didn't have that, honestly. You probably were doing a lot of the heavy lifting, and they were checked out. However, this is an issue. Maybe that was an issue for them. Maybe they felt like, you were taking me for granted. You weren't giving to me. Balance was definitely an issue. Just saying. The give and take might have been skewed in the relationship. Could have been somebody who was very controlling in the relationship and in the marriage. And this is just the final discard, Jeez Louise. Aries. All right, Aries. Let's put these over here. Oh, okay. All right. Well, I guess I could have just pulled these two cards and that would have been the reading, right? This is the end of a marriage, the end of a committed partnership, a painful cutting edge or end, but a breakup, a separation. Wow. I'm sorry. Hurtful, painful, cutting. I'm sorry, Aries. I wish you healing with this. Please find a way to self-care. You're probably still in the throes of grief, and I wish you healing with this. I thank you for stopping by, and you take care, okay? I hope to see you in the next reading.